Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College welcomes all the 12th standard computer science students. Today, we are going to learn about the concept of access method, network access method from Unit 5 Networking Technology. Access method. Now, before explaining the access method, let me give you an example of access method. If there are two students who are quarreling with each other, that is, there is a dispute. If there is a third person who comes to solve the dispute, when the third person is there to solve the dispute, if still they are quarreling, the person who came to solve the dispute will be in a confusion what these two people are exactly saying. There will be a collision. So what he will do, he will ask one to speak and other to stop. And after listening to the first person, then he will ask second person to talk. Or else the second thing is both of them he will ask them to talk in a random amount of time. For example, he will ask the first one to talk for some time, then he will ask the other one to talk for some time. The similar case happens when two or more computers try to send the data at the same time. So what will happen when two or more computers try to send the data at the same time? The data will collide, the data will be lost. So that process is called as collision. So in order to avoid the collision, a certain rules that has to be followed by the nodes when they are transmitting the data. So that is called by the concept access method. So let's take a view. Here we have two computers. This is computer A and computer B. Both are connected with each other. If computer A is transferring the data to computer B, at the same time, if computer B is also transferring the data. So already you can see A is on its path to transfer the data. It has traveled almost half the path. At the same time, when B is trying to send the data, they both collide and here occurs the collision. So when there is a collision, what will happen? The data will be lost. So we require a network access method in order to overcome this collision. There are three types of access method. So before that, let us learn what is the definition of access method. When more than one node try to use the transmission media, it results in collision. To minimize or avoid collision, network access method is used. An access method is a set of rules governing how the network nodes share the transmission media. So whenever the computers or the workstation which are connected to each other via the transmission media, if they are trying to send the data via the transmission media, they are following certain rules so that there is no collision taking place. So this set of rules is called by the name network access method. There are three types of network access method: contention, polling and token passing. There are three most important types of media access method, that is the network access method, contention, polling and token passing. So let us learn about each and every method in detail. Now firstly, let us learn about contention. Contention means to struggle. When two or more computers are trying to send the data at the same time, there will be a struggle between them to that who will send first the data. So always we know that is the rule of computer science, first come first basis. So who comes first will be first served. Then after some time, once the first completes its chance, then the second will be given the permission to transmit. So contention means to struggle. In contention we have two types of contention. One is carrier sensing and carrier detection. Contention is the one of the most famous network access method. Contention means to struggle. Nodes are struggling for accessing the media. This is more useful in LANs. So mostly in LANs, this contention method is used when the nodes are struggling to access the transmission media, that who is going to give it first. In contention, any computer in the network can transmit data at any time. This network breaks down when two computers attempt to transmit data at the same time. This is the case of collision. So as we have already discussed earlier, when two people are fighting with each other, there is a collision. If the third one is coming to solve the problem, if both are continuously talking or having a dispute, so what will happen? The third person will be not able to understand and he will be not able to solve the problem. So here we are to solve the problem of the struggle. So how we are going to solve the problem? Let's learn. So when computer A and computer B is transferring, they collide, and what will happen? Collision. The data is lost. So we are going to solve it. In contention based network, each node is observing media before transmitting. That is, if the third person comes to solve the dispute, what he will do? He will first listen to both of them before transmitting the data, before giving the solution. So in the similar way, your each node in the medium will be observing the other node whether they are transmitting or not. To avoid collision, two methods are used in contention. They are carrier sensing mechanism and carrier detection. Carrier sensing and carrier detection. So first let us learn about carrier sensing. Carrier sensing means the basic principle that is followed is listen before you speak. So here each and every node will be listening to the other node. If one node is trying to transmit the data and if it sees that the other node is already in process, so what it will do, it will wait for random amount of time and wait till the network settle down. And once it one computer has been completing the transfer, then the other computer will be trying to send the data so that it can easily access the transmission media. In carrier sensing method, each node listens to the media. If media is busy, it is waiting till it becomes free and then starts transmitting. That is, each computer listens to the network before attempting to transmit. If network is busy, it waits until network quiets down. That is, if two people are talking, if the if I'm taking a class, if one student is asking a doubt, if the other one also interferes, then there will be a collision. So what I will do, we will wait till the first one completes, and then once the first one student completes, then we will go ahead and solve the query of the second student. In this way, carrier sensing method is used in. Next comes the carrier detection. In carrier detection, node listens to the media continuously. If another carrier is detected, then it stops and wait for random amount of time. That is, for example, if one mode is already transmitting the data, and once it is transmitting the data, if it sends the other mode is on its way to transmit the data, both of them will be waiting for a random amount of time and then starts the transmission. Computer listens to the network as they transmit. If computer detects another signal that interferes with the signal it is sending, it stops transmitting. Both the computers then wait for random amount of time and then attempt to transmit the data. That is, in this case, carrier detection, both the computers will be given equal intervals of time for the transmission. So for this many second, if one computer is passing, the other computer transferring, the other computer will quiet down. Then when the other computer is transferring, the first one will quiet down. In this way, both of them will be transmitting the data at the same time. So these are the two methods that is used in contention. So simple thing, contention means to struggle. So in order to struggle, when they are struggling, there will be a collision. In order to avoid the collision, we are going to solve the problem by using our carrier sensing and carrier detection method. Applying these methods, the number of collision is reduced. As I said, these two methods plays a very important role in the network access method. Next is the polling method. Polling method is not a hardware mechanism, it's a protocol in which the CPU steadily checks whether the device needs attention or not. So here there will be a main device called as a controller or else a master device. All the workstations will be connected to the controller. So here the controller will be continuously checking whether the workstations or the computers that has been connected to it need service or not. It is simple like my interrupt process, but there is a difference between this both because in interrupt, basically interrupt is a signal and protocol and polling is a protocol. And the second thing is in interrupt, the devices interrupts the CPU, but in polling, the CPU waits so that the other device go ask his service. Wherever device tells process unit, that is it device hardware processing. In polling process, unit keeps asking the in-output device whether or not it decides the CPU processing. That is, your CPU will be simply it will be in the dead state and it will be waiting patiently till the other computers ask its service. So let's learn polling. In polling based system, the network traffic is controlled by a master device called controller. This device is used to poll other devices on the network to see whether they are ready to either receive or transmit data. It is just like our polling. CPU steadily checks whether the device needs attention or not. The device is serviced by the CPU every now and then. But this type of access method is not widely used because this type of polling method itself leads to traffic jam. Now, how it's going to lead to traffic jam? Let's understand. If five computers are connected to the master device called controller, if computer A is asking service, then the controller go ahead and give service to the computer A. Once it is giving service, if computer B needs the service, what will the controller do? Firstly, it will complete the service of A and then go to B. But in case when it is servicing B, if C, D and E computers ask service at the same time, then there will be a lot of confusion. So the controller will be confused whom to be served first. So this case is called as the traffic jam. When too many nodes come together, what will happen? There will be a lot of problem due to which the master controller will be going to a confusion state and it will be not understanding whom to be given service first. That is the reason we are not at all implementing polling method more in our networking technology. So here you can see the diagram where the master controller is connected to the workstation. Whenever the data has been transmitted or whenever the data has been selected, each and every time it will be acknowledged by the workstation. So you can see first the server is, that is the master device is selecting the workstation. Then it is acknowledging. Then it is transferring the data and again it is acknowledging and so on. So this is all about our polling or transmitter. Next comes the token passing. Token passing already we have elaborated in the network architecture. We have learned in ring topology. So token passing utilizes a frame called a token which circulates around the network. A computer that needs to transmit must wait till it receives the token. When computer receives the token, it is permitted to transmit. When computer completes transmitting, it passes the token frame to the next station or the token ring network. So we know this in clear. Token passing method is widely used in our ring topology. Ring topology, there will be all the computers will be connected in the form of a ring. A free token will be rotating in the entire network. The computer who needs service should first get the token. So if one computer gets the token, he is given permission to transmit. So he will transmit the token to the other station, and the other stations at that time will be acting as a repeater. And once the data has been sent, what will happen? The token becomes free, and if any other computer want to transmit the data, they can now access the token. So this is the diagram. You can see station 1, station 2, 4 stations are there. The data packet is moved in the form of a ring, and we are using here a token in order to access the computers. So by this we complete the network access method. Network access method is very important board question. It is often asked, define access method and explain any two network access method. So you can explain any two access method, either contention, polling, or else we can go for your token passing. So by this we complete unit 5. So a short brush up of the concept that has been taught in unit 5. Unit 5 was started with definition of what is a network and its types. There were three types of network: LAN, MAN and WAN, and we have differentiated and we have elaborated in detail about LAN and WAN. And we have also learned in network and its type why is a need of networking, why we need to connect all the computers together in the network. Next comes the transmission media and its types. So in transmission media, firstly we have learned the definition of transmission media and its 6 characteristics, that is cost, installation, bandwidth, attenuation, immunity against TMI, and band usage. And we have discussed about the three types of transmission media. Firstly, the coaxial cable and its types, thin net and thick net, twisted pair cable and its types, shielded twisted pair and unshielded twisted pair, and lastly the fiber optic cable. Then the next we learned about the advantages and the disadvantages of the transmission media. With the disadvantages of the transmission media, we went ahead with the wireless media. So what is an wireless media and what was the need to invent the wireless media, we have learned. And in wireless media we have learned that in two parts. One will be the normal wireless media, where we have learned about radio waves, microwaves and IR waves, even packet radio. And land based wireless media, we have learned about laser, narrowband, infrared and in microwaves. And in microwaves also we have learned the terrestrial type and the satellite type. Next we learned the advantages and the disadvantages of wireless media. The next concept was topology and its types. So topology, we have elaborated the definition, the categories, physical and the logical topology, as well as we have learned the different types of topology, like our bus topology, its advantages and disadvantages, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, hybrid, point to multi-point, tree topology in detail with its advantages and the disadvantages. In this concept, we also learn the working of each and every topology in detail. Next comes the multiplexing and its types, that is when a data is being transmitted in a media, that is a transmission media or a channel. How it is transmitted, the different types of multiplexing was your time division multiplexing, frequency division multiplexing and so on. Next comes the connectivity device. The connectivity device, the four important connectivity device was modem and its types, repeaters, routers and hub and its types. In routers also we have learned about the dynamic and the static, and in hub we have learned about the passive, active and intelligent hub. And repeaters, there are two types. One will be the exact duplicate of that signal that has been transmitted, and the other repeater will be amplifying the signal and then will send. Next comes the network architecture, where we have learned Ethernet and its type of cabling, token passing and its types of cabling in detail. And in the second last class, we have learned about the protocols, what are the protocols and what is TCP IP and how the data has been transmitted in the TCP IP. And lastly, in today's class, we have learned about network access method. So network access method, they are the set of rules that has been used by the nodes for transmitting the data. Simply, in order to access the transmission media, we are following certain rules, which is called by the name access method. And there are three types of access method: contention, polling and token passing. So by this we complete this lesson. This lesson is a very important lesson carrying 19 marks weightage in board. 19 marks weightage in board. So one will be the fill-ups and the rest will be a 3 mark and the 4 mark question. So by this we complete unit. Thank you.